unbelievable.
Hey guys, this is my new signature SmoothStar, the 77 model. Hope you guys like it.
Good afternoon, good evening, dudes, dudesses. We're back again, Andrew Penman YouTube, and today we've got a special treat for you guys. I do a lot of electric skateboard reviews, but to the bone and to the core, I'm actually a surfer and a normal skateboard rider, but more of a cruisy surf skateboard kind of guy. So I found a great board that is been out for a while, but hasn't actually had a lot of exposure, and there's a few of these culprits out there of the same kind of thing, but this is the original and the best, patent 15 years ago, and it's the SmoothStar, and they have a lot of range of skateboards, and let's unbox it. The one I've decided to purchase is the Toledo #77. It's obviously the signature edition for the pro surfer Filipe Toledo, who's currently #1 in the world. So if he does get the world title, it'll make this even more sweet. Look, it's an amazing carving electric skateboard. The front truck is a bit like a shopping trolley at the front of your skateboard. It really carves, and it takes a lot of training and practice to get to a level where you're riding it well. We'll see where we go today. We've got the brand new Toledo. So let's unbox it, and we'll see what's in the box. Now, these come in at $340. They effectively also are a non-electric skateboard that is self-propelling. It means you don't have to put your foot on the ground. You can just carve this thing. It's not like the wiggle boards, those little gifty little novelty toys. This you can carve and you can gain momentum very quickly. So if you live in a flat area, you don't need a skateboard, electric skateboard, you don't need a battery. This will do it for you. I've got it for surf training, for my surfing, because summertime is coming here in Australia. I'm off to probably overseas Indonesia or the Maldives. I want to get some surfing. This would be a great tool for that. So let's have a look inside the box. Okay, so in the box, we'll just lift it up here, as I normally do. And there it is. Oh my God. Okay, so I'll just take it out. Okay, here it is. There we are. Okay, let's have a good look at it. Okay, this is the deck. As you can see, it's got a beautiful, it hasn't got W concave. It's actually got just a straight concave in there. This is very different, guys, to electric skateboards, and this deck is just insane. We're 10.5 inches wide. You got a 34-inch deck, super wide, super incredibly curved. It's got a seven ply system. It's got 5-ply stratified American birch and 2 plies of Canadian maple. Why? You don't want to flex. It's like a surfboard, a little bit firm. It's got a beautiful truck system, which is the patent front bending truck, which I'll go into detail later. Yeah, these are just awesome 8370A urethanes, very grippy. The new model now, this is the Filipe Toledo model with the #77. That's his famous number on his single. If you're watching, Filipe, congratulations. World title holder, #1 current ranking in the world. It's a matte black finish with a 77 hash on it. All the trucks are color coded and powder coated, dipped black. Yeah, they've just improved and refined this model beautifully. And you're looking at $340. Yeah, so what is it? Okay, essentially it's a carving skateboard. So, you know, electric skateboards are all very exciting, and the power and the speed, but when you start getting into these things and carving and finding natural waves and curves and concrete structures and waves, it becomes a bit of an exciting adventure to find that hidden wave, that concrete mold, that some sort of embankment. Okay, so dimensions. It's a 34-inch deck. It's a 56-inch wheelbase. Now, as a treat today, I'm going to do a few things. We're going to compare this model, and I'll go to the website now, and we'll just show you some stuff now. As you can see, there's the website talks about the sizes, lengths, and widths, and of course, it's all about your weight and your height. So essentially, for me, I can cross over two models. That's the Manta Ray and this new Filipe Toledo 77. This is a maximum weight of 95 kilos. The Manta Ray has a maximum of 100 kilos. This is the SmoothStar Toledo. Now, my head says, go for the Manta Ray. It's got a longer wheelbase by 2 inches. It's got a longer deck by 2.5 inches, slightly wider 10.5-inch deck. You got stability, you got that bigger, and I'm not a small guy, so that would be the go. My heart's saying go for the Toledo. So it's small, it's sort of a little bit smaller all over, and a bit more bitey and a bit more carvy. So I've gone for the Toledo. We'll see if I made the right choice. Now today, as a treat, if you want to know what to get, and these are two major models that guys will be getting on your normal size and height for a man. So what I've done today, I've got myself a lend of the Manta Ray. There it is there. So yeah, the Manta Ray, this is, you'll see the difference in a second. There's not a lot of difference in terms of looking at them, but when you look at them side by side, you'll see that there is a significant difference in size. If I can pick that up on the camera. So it's a wider deck, it's a longer deck, as you can see there. Basically it's got, pretty much the same, there we go. The underside, as you can see, is very similar. The wheelbase is a lot, as you can see, a lot narrower between the wheelbase on the Toledo, but generally, okay. Sorry, not much room here to work with. Okay, so you can see with the Manta Ray, it's going to be a bigger wheelbase. So I need to know whether it's worth me getting this one or this one. But I'll test it today, and I'll let you know my opinion on which I think. If that 2-inch wheelbase and the 2.5 inches length of deck makes a difference on the Manta Ray, right? So we're going to take this down now, and we'll test out how it performs, and we'll do some tests on the pumping speed and how much it carves, and we'll have a look at how it performs. But yeah, this is going to be very exciting. So as another treat for you, next week I've got my hands on the other two. There's 3 in the world that are leading this area. Obviously the SmoothStar was #1 and has been for a long time. You got the Carver and also the Skate Surf. Now I've got my hands on a Carver, which is a beautiful. It's linked in with Quicksilver. They're sort of also in bed with Almeric. It looks like a surfboard with the writing on the actual blank. It's all that kind of stuff. But it has a different mechanism, which I'll go through in that vlog. I'll check out the Carver. I'm also looking at the Skate Surf, which has got the Jamie O'Brien model, the pro surfer, crazy surfer, Red Bull guy. We'll check out his Skate Surf model. Has a spring system, a much more flexible front truck. I don't know how that'll go. So I'll put all 3 of those together with the Manta Ray and the Hash 77, and we'll just see how they go, and I'll rank those 4 boards next vlog. So if you think of getting a Carver, or you think of getting a Skate Surf, hold out till I do that. I have noticed that Mellow are starting to really advertise putting a Mellow board onto a Carver deck with a Carver front truck. Again, hang out. Alarm. Hang out. Don't do anything till I actually have a look. Okay, fair enough. Done that before. I'll just check whether the Carver is really going to be beneficial and also going to be worthy of putting on a boost electric system. I think these SmoothStars have got a better front truck system, but we'll have a look. So let's go to the park and we'll ride this now and we'll see what it can do, and I'll come back and we'll chat. Okay, it's now time for the Filipe Toledo 77, #77. This is the signature model for the pro surfer, currently ranked #1 in the world on the world tour. Filipe Toledo, Brazilian, amazing surfer, and he uses this technology to train with. The truck system have not changed, they're still the same as the Manta. It's powder coated black now though, so it's all powder coated black. It's a good look. It's a smaller deck, as you can see, and it's got a nice concave to it. It's also got a shorter wheelbase by about 2 inches from Manta, as you can see, and deck wise, yeah, it's pretty much a bit smaller. Now this will do weights up to 95 kilos, that's me, and I'll take it for a test on the basketball court, which is super uber smooth concrete, and do the pump test, which is where you probably get the most benefit for your training. But this is a bit of a ramp thing I'm trying, just seeing. Okay, let's go. Wow, impressive. Yeah, the Filipe Toledo #77 is by far the best so far, but the car we're now going to try the Manta, which is the SmoothStar. So we'll give the SmoothStar Manta a go. It's designed for a heavier rider, around about 95 to 100 kilos. The front truck system is exactly the same, so we'll check it out. Let's go. Okay, we're going to do the pump test, which is where you just practice your style surfing and you get your carve going, your balance, and that's that G-force effect without biting the wheel or jackknifing it. This is probably one of the most enjoyable things you can do. Next to electric skateboard riding, this is nearly self-propelling itself, so you'll be really impressed with what this thing can do. So let's try the Toledo model and we'll check out that. Okay, here we have the Manta. It's a slightly bigger, longer wheelbase, as I said, designed for a 100 kilo rider. It's actually a lovely board, I love it. So being a longer wheelbase, it may not carve as well, but we'll see how it goes. So. I carved it better the first time, but I ran out of film, so I had to get a new battery. But you get the idea. It doesn't carve as well because it's a longer wheelbase, but still beautiful carving board. You need a bit more speed up and a bit more punch, but it does carve as good. But it's designed for the bigger, taller rider. Yep.